Hello my friends, William Poloniak here from Whole Health Foundation. In this video I'm going to show you a special formula for arthritis and for bone regeneration. Here are my ingredients: organic spinach, a couple of beets, avocado seed. And if you didn't know the benefits of avocado seed, look it up on Google, you'll be amazed. Turmeric root, ginger, cucumbers, and carrots. So let's set this aside and we'll start by making juice beginning with the spinach. Okay, I'm going to start with spinach greens. Another green you can use is French sorrel, but we'll do that formula in a different video. So we'll start here with spinach. Remember to always keep the feed tube covered, either with your hands or with the pusher. Time, put in 3 ice cubes. Keep your cutter cool. Rotate your bowl. Check your wing nuts frequently. Just a little more spinach. Now let's put in some turmeric. Some ginger, now when you put in avocado seeds, go very, very slowly because they're very dense. Avocado seeds has more soluble fiber than any other vegetable. Put in 1 beet. And all. A little more spinach. Cucumber. And another beet. And remember to put in 2 or 3 ice cubes from time to time. Keep that cutter cool. You don't want your nutrients to be lost from heat. Rotate your bowl. Spinach. Okay, here's the last of my spinach and the last cucumber. And then we'll start with the carrots. Put in 3 ice cubes before we start with carrots. From time to time, pull out the grid and clean the grid holder. If that's difficult to get out, you're going to need to pry it out a little bit. Like I'm doing here, there's a lot of fiber in there. Put your grid holder up here, scrape off the fiber. Now I want to remind you not to cut off because you might hit your fingers. Scrape. Scrape off the fiber. And I'm going to switch to the number 2 grid. Set this aside and clean it later. The number 2 grid is better for carrots. So now, we'll switch over to the carrots. You can do 2 or 3 at a time if they're small like this. 2 hands whenever possible. Remember to rotate your bowl. Push down with 2 hands. And from time to time, clean your bread. Now I'm up to 21 degrees, so I'm going to put in 3 ice cubes. Now when you're putting ice cubes in, go slowly because you want the cold to transfer to the feed tube, not shoot all the way through. Remember to use 2 hands, keep your posture erect. And down to my last carrot. And at the end of every juicing session, there's always a plug of produce down here, so put in some pulp and force that last plug through. The next step is going to be to mix the produce and press it in the juice, but before I do that, I like to clean the feed tube and reassemble it before I press my juice. I'm going to put the pulp in my cloths and press juice, but before I do that, I want to read you what I found on Google just for avocado seeds. And I want you to look up turmeric, ginger, spinach, and the other ingredients on Google yourself. But here's just the avocado seeds. Avocado seeds are full of great health benefits. They contain a flavanol that prevents tumor growth. Avocado seeds seem to have good anti-inflammatory ability and thus helps with arthritis and other joint diseases. And it's also good for your skin, your hair, and your nails. The other ingredients you can look up on Google. I can never remember all this stuff, so I'm reading just the part for avocado seeds. So let's start making some juice by scooping in 2 or 3 ladles of pulp, and I'm going to press 2 cloths at once. And watch my folding technique here. You press this down flat, press that flat, a little crease at the back, and we're going to pull this into a tight package. See what I'm doing with my fingers, pulling that under, and we'll set that aside. We'll do another cloth, and then we will press 2 cloths full at once. Whenever you have carrots in your pulp mix, you do not need a bamboo liner. If it was pure greens or pure fruit, you would need a bamboo liner. But for some reason, the carrots don't need that. The carrots or the carrots green mix. So we'll put 2 of these centered in the tray, check in both directions all the way back it off a little bit, and then. So I'm using my less work 6 cloth method, and you can see that we've already got a puddle of juice here. All the way back it off a little bit, and I'm going to pour that juice in the bowl as carefully as I can. Now, on the less work 6 cloth method, you do not throw away this pulp. You put new pulp on top of the old pulp. You put 2 spoonsful in the beginning, and later on we'll put only 1 spoonful. Fold it over. Flatten it. That's very important to keep it flat. Set that aside. We'll go with another clothful, advance it a little bit more. And I want to point out again that on a Whole Health Foundation juicer with the solid bottom plate and other premium parts, you can leave this press up for longer than 10 or 20 seconds, and thus you're going to extract more than 10% more juice. And the 10% in the last part of your presses are the most valuable nutrients. Okay, I'm down to the last of my pulp. Fill that last cloth full of pulp. I'm going to show you a couple of tips to extract even more juice as soon as I'm done here. Pull this forward over, flatten it. Pulp goes here. This goes in the tray centered, all the way back it off a little bit. Okay, while that's pressing, I'm going to show you how to extract more juice. What I'm going to do with this spent pulp is form it into a ball and repackage it. Notice here we have a little ball. And watch my folding technique. We're going to fold it with the cloth folding under like so we get less slippage. And then we'll do the same in the other direction. Notice how my cloth is folded under. This will minimize any of the pulp slipping out of the gloves. We'll advance this all the way and then repackage this one. Pull it into a tight ball. And then watch my folding technique again. So, and do the same thing in the other direction. twist that, flatten it. Now we still have 2 cloths full of pulp here. So while those last 2 cloths are pressing, I'm going to repackage that pulp. Center it in the tray. Always very important to center it. Back it off a little bit. And then we're going to form this into a ball. We have my last cloth here. And again, we're folding it under. And we'll do that in both directions. Folding it under so there's less chance of the cloth slipping apart. Now we've got 3 sets of recycled spent pulp. We've already pressed this pulp for about 30 seconds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a measuring beaker and we're going to see how much more juice we can get from a Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer with the bottom solid plate. So let's put 2 cloths full of re-folded pulp centered in the tray, all the way back it off a little bit. We do not want this to go up too fast. So we got 3 1/3 ounces. Let's do 2 more of these repackaged cloths. Centered in both directions, that's very important. Back it off a little bit, we don't want that to go up too fast. So far 7 ounces, and advance it all the way. There we have 8 ounces from the Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer by repackaging the spent pulp, forming it into a ball. Now notice we've still got a juice flow here. So there's 8.5 ounces. Because the speaker's not big enough, I'm going to pour it in here. And we'll take the last 2 cloths, see how much juice. Okay, I got 8 bottles of juice from this medium-sized batch. It's about half of what I usually do, and I like to top off my bottles with 8 to 10% of filtered or distilled water. And there we have 8 bottles. Let's tighten these caps and we'll put those in the fridge. 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to do a taste test. Here we have spinach, turmeric root, ginger, avocado seed, cucumbers, and carrots. An arthritis formula, and let's give it a taste. Oh, that's delicious. Now remember, if you want to turn your arthritis around and regenerate bone growth, you have to drink this formula or one like it often. Not just once or twice, but frequently for many weeks or several months. Here's to your health. Now, I want to point out that I'm collaborating with a medical doctor and several chiropractors to come up with formula that helps with arthritis, and several chiropractors say it helps with bone regeneration, and that's good news. So between the medical doctors and myself and the chiropractors, we're going to soon share some of these recipes with the rest of you. So, well, there you have it, my friends. I hope you like what you've seen. If you'd like to call me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. Here's to your health, and I'll see you in the next video.